Are you ready for this? Do you like it? Do you like it like this? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Do you like it? Do you like it like this? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Do you like it? Do you like it like this? Push, push in the bush. You know I like to go. Push, push in the bush. How about if we could go? Push, push in the bush. You know I want to get down. I like to do the things you like to do. I like to do it. I want to do the things you want to do.
I love that song. How about you, man?
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
Amazing.
It took me back to.
I was like, what, maybe 10 years old?
No, not that young.
Yeah,
You were like 13, 14.
No,
Yeah, it was 79.
No, it was like 77, I believe it was.
So
like
it was still young teens. Anyway, Spanglish Cafe, ALIDA Hernandez here. And
Freestyle Showcase.
oh, sorry. I'm always with the Spanglish. We're on Freestyle.
Freestyle Showcase, episode number 12. And, you know, we're going to have somebody great today. I know you guys seen the post and everything. So the one and only Roy B. This man has a lot of talents that we don't know of, that I didn't know of. And he's going to explain this today in this episode about the freestyle industry. But before that, she has something to say. You got some stuff. You've been boogieing today. You've been busy.
Oh, I've been really busy. So I haven't been around. So I'm sorry. Next week, I'll be back focused on the shows. I wasn't on last night on Spanglish. I wasn't on mine. I've had a lot of some family members are sick and death in the family and a lot of little things in the family. So I just been attending to them and it's quite exhausting. But I wanted to drop in because I know Roy, my friend, is going to be on today. So I came in to say hi. And then JC's going to stay because I haven't even had dinner yet. So I just came back from Kissimmee right now. So it was a nice long 3-hour drive going back and forth, you know?
All right.
So
are you going to come in or are you going to stay? Because I have some announcements to make before I bring in Roy. So you want to stick around?
I'll stay for a little bit and say hi to Roy and then I'll
here we go, ladies.
On out.
This was happening. This is what's happening in the West Coast, okay? July 6th is coming soon.
Yeah.
Right? So we got Stevie B in the West Coast with the Sugar Hill Gang, which our guest today has something to do with the Sugar Hill Gang.
Angel from the Cover Girls.
Exactly. Angel will be there, Rob Bass, Tag Team, and JJ Fat. So get your tickets now, all you West Coasters out there. Cali.
Yeah.
Then coming to the Space Coast, right here in Palm Bay. Woo,
Giggles.
Our girl Giggles will be coming to the Space Coast. Nice Latin festival is going to be there. Proud to have her around. Boom, we're closer now. So I moved from down there. She followed me over here. So that's great. Anyway, this one is the flyer that we have in the background right now. But let me just put it up there. Freestyle Free for All Tour, Saturday, October 5th. Unfortunately, we won't be able to make it there.
I know.
Freestyle Showcase. Because we have something going on, which will be announced promptly.
Right.
Okay, so there we go. We got Cynthia, No Mercy, Rob Bass, Cover Girls again, CNC Factory, Expose, Lisa TKA, Brenda K-Star,
Johnny
O, Melendez, Giggles, and Coro.
And Johnny O.
Where's Johnny O?
Right there in the corner.
I can't see him. Oh, there he goes, Johnny. Hey, Johnny. Sorry about that.
Johnny, we're going to interview Johnny. So.
And anyway, for 2025, whoever's in the Miami area or whoever wants to go down to Miami and get on this cruise, okay, we got the Freestyle Latin Cruise. Okay.
Cruise right there.
There it is. Leaving from Miami, Carnival Magic. So get your tickets now. You know, you should get your tickets now so you can have it, you know, take that. Anyway, I want to mention this last one has nothing to do with freestyle, but yours truly. Now that I mentioned the Palm Bay with Giggles, now you got yours truly performing here. Okay? From Palm Bay, July 20th, Sazon Criollo and Chef B. Latin Party Night with yours truly, JCEE Colon, and my orchestra, Se Encontró. So, all you people that like freestyle, I know there's a lot of freestylers in Palm Bay. I'm finding out little by little, and they also love salsa. So, this is the only reason.
Don't worry, we're gonna cook up. We're gonna cook up something.
All right. Well, we'll see about.
We're always cooking. We're always stirring the pot about something. So.
Anyway, I always give a shout out to. I know we give a shout out to my friend Lucy. You know, we all love Lucy. You know, so. Team Lucy's out there, you know, she is a warrior, and we give it to her. And we give it to her. So every week, you know, we always put out here. So, you know, if you guys want to cooperate and help Lucy out a little bit, you know, she does have merchandise. I'm trying to get the link right here for her. Drop.
That one.
right here. Boom.
Yeah.
Drop Tees product, Team Lucy, Melanoma Warrior Benefit T-shirt. So I have my T-shirt. I don't have it on today. I had it on last week, and today I'm rocking the Freestyle Showcase one, the Freestyle Guy shirt from Marla. You know, and Lucy, we love you. Hope you're watching the show. I know you're gonna come in soon. All right, so we're gonna get to our show again. I'm excited to bring my next guest, and the only guest today. It's an exclusive interview with Roy B. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna bring Roy B into the screen right now. So, please, a round of applause for this gentleman. Mr. Roy.
Hey, Roy.
Hello. Wait. I wouldn't be Roy B if I wouldn't like put my cologne on. Hold on.
Well, you know, it's a good thing. You know, that's so funny that you say that, because they still haven't invented smell-o-vision. You get it?
Is that your?
You imagine that they invent that one day? That'll be the day. You know, that you can press a button and something comes out.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be Roy B.
That's your cologne. It's called Roy B.
No, just
no advertising, no advertising.
All you gotta know, it's when I put it on, everybody knows.
I said, wait a minute, Roy just passed through here.
I know. So I'm gonna leave you two. I came in to say hi.
Oh, that's
I don't know if you heard me before. I had a long day. So JCEE is doing a great job. I've taught him well. So he's holding down the fort. And next week I'll be back in full force. So everybody, see you next week.
Little surprise next week.
Bye.
She's coming with somebody. It's a surprise. We're not gonna say it.
Yeah.
Big surprise. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
Stay tuned. Keep boogieing.
All right. So Roy, we just heard that song, man, In the Bush.
Yes.
In the Bush. What year? Do you exactly know what year that came out?
I don't know. It's the mid-70s. You know, I'm sorry that my friend Louis Mario, who is my partner, and you know, and a lot of things, you know, like we're doing Legends of Vinyl and things like that. Louis will remember every date, year, every song that I put out. Him and many other DJs around the world here would know that. I can't remember the years that I put this stuff out. So it's a great moment. It was a great memory. It was an exciting time in my life that I was releasing records and promoting records, producing records, remixing records, you know, inventing a lot of avenues.
Okay, let me ask you, before all that, what was it that gave you the love bug to get into the music business? I mean, before you did all these productions and everything and released and collaborated in productions, there had to be a young Roy, right? Did you have it in you, or how did you know?
Let me tell you, actually, it was by accident that I got into the music business. Yeah, it wasn't like I didn't know I was in the music business. Actually, when I was in high school, I had a band, but after that was it. And after that, I went to the mainstream world, and I went to college, and I was in a city college for a while, and then I got hired by Roulette Records, because back in the day, so nobody knows or nobody remembers, back in the day, corporations used to go to all the colleges and have fairs, you know, like to recruit people to work for them eventually.
Correct.
And but they don't do that anymore. So I don't know. So, but that's why I got hired at Roulette Records, and then from there I met Tito Puente, La Lupe, Celia Cruz, Joey Palmieri, Tommy James and the Shondells, the 3 Degrees.
Those were the people that were hot in those days.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there was like a tremendous amount of influence on me. I mean, not really directly at me,
right?
But the situation came by accident, and it was.
Were you experienced already, or when you got hired, or they hired you when you started learning?
No. Nobody knew about disco.
Right.
I'm the one that came up with the disco. Nobody knew about disco then.
Wow.
In 1969, nobody knew about disco. Nobody knew that word. That word came out of actually disco is a French word. It's called discothèque, which is a French term. Back in the day when we were going out to a club, if you want to call it a club, they used to call it a joint. We're going to go to the joint. And your joint and your club consists of a jukebox. That was your music.
That was your DJ.
There was no DJ. That didn't exist in the United
States.
No,
I know, but in those days, that was the DJ, the jukebox.
The jukebox was the DJ. You put your little nickel there, down, whatever, and then you listen to music. And then you dance around that machine. Everybody danced around the machine. That was terrific. France had a different idea because they couldn't have a jukebox because the European coins are so big, so different from each other. There was no way a machine can accept those coins. So that machine was never popular in Europe because of the coin system. So what they did was somebody put the needle on a record with two speakers. And everybody danced to it. Everybody enjoyed themselves. And that's how the whole thing started.
Wow.
America did not invent the disco in clubs. Let me clarify that right now for everybody.
So say that again. Say it again. You listen to people? Say that again.
America did not invent disco.
Okay.
Put that and take that to the bank.
So how did all these stars how did everybody started coming out though? How did it came out here in America?
Well, no, it's the system, the mechanics of the system came out. I went to a club back then. It was Adam's Apple in New York.
I remember that. And I was young, but I remember that.
I was accounting in Roulette Records. I was doing accounting. When I went to school, and I came back part-time at the company, and they did everything for me. They paid for me to go to school and work with them. So I was on the accounting department. Okay. And then I went to this invitation that I got called that place. I walked into this place, and then I'm listening to music I've never heard in my life. I said, where is this music coming from? I work for a record company, and I've never heard these songs before, this type of music before. So I'm looking for a jukebox. As usual, I'm looking for a jukebox. There was no jukebox. So I walked into the guy at the door. I said, don't you have a jukebox here playing this music? The guy says, what jukebox? We don't have a jukebox. We have somebody playing records. Okay. I'm like, what?
DJ then.
And then I met the guy, and the situation went wild. We met, we talked. He was like, he was like crazy about me because I work for a record company and I didn't know why. And then I learned from him that all the stuff that we get, that they play, is from Europe.
That's very interesting. I used to listen to disco, but I never like knew the deep or the meaning or how it came out.
Yep, that's it. That's the way it came out.
Wow. Well, anyway, Roy, I'm gonna have the audience. I'm gonna take you a little bit back in time.
Yes.
And when I play this, you tell me, when I bring you back, you tell me where were you at that moment and how did this happen? Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this little tune on so people can listen to it, and then we'll be right back with you. Okay.
Okay.
When you're all alone and feeling down, come to me. When there's nobody else around, come to me. I'm still waiting, open arms for you. Come to me, 'cause I will comfort you when you've no one to turn to. I will be here just for you. Come to me. When your world is empty and cold, come to me. When you need someone you want to hold, come to me. In my arms I will keep you safe and warm. Come to me. I will shelter you from the storm. I'm not one to pretend, but why can't you understand that I love you? And I love you, and I need you, and I want you, and I love you, and I love you, and I need you.
Yes, one of my pride and joy moments.
So when was that? What was that? Do you remember
One of my
specifically,
pride,
or?
one of my pride and joy. Well, this is a very strange story. As a promoter, I was, forming a company called Prelude Records with these two guys. Anyway, and then they got me because I had I just left Roulette, and then I got with those guys, and they started Prelude Records, and they got me as the A&R guy and promoter. So back then, they had competition, and promoters and producers got to come up with records, and they're going to all the record companies, bringing tracks. That's part of the deal. They bring your track, you listen to it, you buy it, you don't like it, and they go to the next company, and so forth, so on. Well, this particular guy that was producing Franz Jolie came to me before with an artist called Freddie James. Okay? When he came up with Freddie James, I said, I like the record. I want to buy it. I like to take it. I remix it, refix it, and everything. He says, okay, I'll get back to you. He goes to Warner Brothers or one of the other big labels, and he says, Roy B likes this record. Immediately they hear my name liking a record, they're going to buy it. The other companies. So he sold the record to another company. So next thing I know, I hear the record on another company. I'm like, oh my God, this is incredible. I can't believe this guy came here, brought me this record, and he sold it to another company. Fortunately or unfortunately for this situation, the guy from Warner, I think it was, calls me back and says to me, please, Roy B, stop telling producers you like the records, because you like the record. They come here and I have to buy the record, and I cannot buy any more records. I can't, there's so much I can buy and release. I can't. Stop telling people you like records. I said, this piece of shit. I said, okay. That was it. He comes back with Franz Jolie. Comes it to me, brings it to me. I heard the record. I said, I like the record. It's very nice. But I need to rearrange it and fix it, remix it. It's okay. His face dropped. He says, you don't like this? I said, well, I like it, but it's not like the end of the world, but I got to fix it, remix it, and do all the stuff that I normally do. It's okay, take it. I went to the guys that were getting the record, the company. I said, buy this record now. I want you to buy this record now. Immediately sign it now, blah, 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 without thinking twice. Okay? They signed the record. They picked it up, give them an advance, and I got the record. That's why I got Franz Jolie.
And how was your experience with her, like personally? I know you guys. I know you went to her whole shows. I mean, if you're producing it or have something to do with it.
When I was with her, she was 16 years old, a young girl, pretty girl. Her mother was really there. Mama Jolie was there. She was just a young little lady, and her voice was extraordinary. Her voice was really good. I hear the amount of potential she had on, and then we promoted her. I promoted her all the way until she became #1 hit in the world.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. She was one of my shining stars. One of them.
What about lime? When the word lime comes to mind.
Well, Lime.
What was your experience with Lime?
Same thing with Lime. Lime came in. Then this other guy named I forgot his name. Fischerberg, I think was his name was, came to me and says, Roy, I need to form a label. I need you to be on the label. I said, I'm working with so many labels. How many labels can I put in? He says to me, don't worry. Just let me use you to just get records. So I met those guys in Canada, the same group of people from Canada. And great guys from Canada. A guy named Frank Delasio. We have... I can't remember all those guys' names really. There's a lady that I still remember. She still talks to me once in a blue moon. Her name is Arlene Slavin. She's from Canada. She introduced me to a lot of people, a lot of Canadian people, artists, producers, a lot. There's a guy named George Cucuzella that's there in Canada. Now he owns every single record back in the day. He owns all the labels now. He bought them all. The old catalogs. He bought all the old catalogs. And all the old songs are under his label, under his banner. And those guys were great. They bring me artists. And then when Lime came in, there were those two, the gentleman and his wife. And then they started producing records like crazy. They were awesome. They were terrific.
Was there one particular song that you worked in? Like Your Love, right? Did you work?
Your Love. Actually, all of them.
All of them. Okay.
Yeah. All of them. All the records.
Nice. Let's take a little glimpse at this, all right? We're going to take a little glimpse at one of the songs from Lime, Your Love. Here we go.
Yeah, great.
That's they are one of ALIDA's favorites. Every time they mention Lime, she's like, awesome.
Lime changed from the group that was singing you showed in the video.
Right.
Now it's the Joy and Rob that are doing Lime right now.
Correct. Those are the guys that I know.
Yeah, those two people stopped. They couldn't sing anymore. Then we hired to take over for them because they got involved into crazy stuff. So therefore, we had to take somebody else to replace them. So Joy and Rob replaced those two people, and they became Lime. But they've been doing this for 40 years, and they are great at it, and I love them to death. And they're like, they're beautiful people, super nice. It's just awesome. Nice. They're lead down line. They're doing great.
Beautiful. Man, I just want to give a shout out to a couple of people that are out there watching, man. I appreciate you on. Appreciate that you're watching the show. I got to give a shout out to Antonio Hernandez, Ride or Die Magazine, #1 magazine in Florida, Bike
Yes.
Magazine. Jose D. Colon, Mr. TKA Original AB TKA Cruz.
Oh,
Shout
he's
out to
there.
AB. Yeah, he's online. DJ Peter, how you doing, my brother? Un abrazo. And Mr. Orchard Beach, DJ Carlos Santiago. Thank you for watching the show. I'm gonna stay tuned on. So, Roy, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you another question. So, you are besides being a record label owner, right, producer, I hear that you're also a writer.
Yes. I wrote many songs.
Wow. And what any of the we of course some of these that we just played, right?
No, the one you played were produced. I bought those productions, and I released them on the labels. I didn't write these songs.
Okay.
The songs that I co-wrote, I wrote it, but they're not part of the list that you have.
Oh,
No.
okay. Okay.
There's one song that came to mind. It was a song called "Rock Your World" by Richie Wicks and Company, and that's the only thing I remember. And that was another song that I wrote, and "Ecstasy, Passion, and Pain" too. Barbara Roy and "Ecstasy, Passion, and Pain."
So what are you doing these days now, Roy? What are you doing these days? I hear you manage a great group of girls.
These
Company
days,
B.
my little pride and joy right now, I'm a jewel of the Nile, if you want to call it, other than my daughter. Okay. It's Company B. Okay. And Company B is, I'm working with them, with the girls, and we're hanging in there. We're doing what we got to do, making sure they look great on stage, making sure they kill everybody when they perform, make sure that they're doing the right thing. And basically, we're doing well with Company B. So
Nice.
that's those are the girls that I'm very happy to be with. Susan, CD, and Dahlia, and just right now they're my babies right now. So
Cool. Man,
other than that,
I'm gonna give a shout out to Nelson Bermudez. Nelson Bermudez is a Latin salsa composer.
oh
Okay.
yeah,
This guy follows me on my Spanglish on Wednesdays.
huh?
Very nice guy to know. This guy can write lyrics. He's written lyrics for the big guys in Puerto Rico in the salsa.
Oh okay,
And he loves freestyle. This is why he tunes in, because he loves his freestyle. As much salsa that he produces, he loves to hear his freestyle. So
oh
you see,
well.
we got the best of both worlds. That's why I always say,
Let me tell
both
you,
worlds.
I have introduced many things first. Okay, starting with disco music, branching to freestyle. So my first freestyle uh, situation was Shannon.
Okay.
Shannon was the number one. So when Shannon came into the label, Miley had a label called Emergency Records and Film.
Emergency Records, of course.
So I had that label, and Shannon came in. I didn't know her that well, but the producers came in with her record, and then they said, "Do you like this song?" I said, "Well, I don't know about this song," but I said, "You know what? I'm some kind of an innovator. I take a chance on something that I feel that could make a hit in the market, because me, I have an ear. I usually listen to radio and what the clubs dictate. So my ears then was between those two, and then also not only that, but formatting. Formatting is important. Some radios got a format that you got to follow, depending on which radio you're going to follow, which market those radio stations are playing for. Because back then you have different markets. Back then, I remember we had KTU and we had BLS.
KTU, this is Paco.
Paco,
Let's
actually,
go on the D train, baby.
that's right. Paco is the one that gave me the biggest, one of the biggest record in the world. Paco gave me that shot. I got to tell you.
Wow. I know his son. His son is also a radio personality in New Jersey.
Oh, he is? I don't
Yeah,
know.
they call him Hector Navarro el Coqui Salvaje.
Oh,
the
okay.
Ohio Coquille. But this guy's good. He has a radio station down there internationally. It goes through the Caribbean, uh,
Uh-huh.
Europe, and South America. Que Viva la Salsa TV Radio International. So
Uh-huh.
that's Paco KTU's son.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Know
It's
that.
in the
Well,
family. It's all in the
I,
family. It's in the blood.
father, that's all I know. And actually, when I don't know which you're gonna come up with, which song you're gonna play next. I don't know. What do you have in
Well, we're talking about Shannon. So
Well,
you
Shannon.
had,
That's when Shannon came to the label, and I hired this beautiful guy, still a friend of mine. His name is Curtis Abina. I said, Curtis, this is the song that I just purchased. Paid to produce. I mean, to rearrange, mix this, that, blah blah blah. We're gonna rearrange with everything. Let's promote this record.
let's do this, man. Let's take a
And
little
then
hear about this, Shannon. Let's start. Let's go with let the music play. I used to love that song. I remember when, before we play this song, I always had the question: who do you
what?
think was one of the pioneers, like a freestyle? Like, I mean, like I asked a lot of people, and a lot of people say the name Niobe, like one of the first like freestyle artists out there.
Well, I don't know about Niobe. The only thing I know is that Shannon was the first.
Shannon was the first. Okay. And then
Nobody came
who
away from
what about Stevie B? Were they were that close? That
pass.
was past. So Shannon was officially like the first freestyle artist.
That's it.
All
Everybody's
right.
after. Everybody's after. I love everybody else. CVB is great. My boys at TKA are awesome. I love them.
Amazing.
I love those guys.
Everybody's great. I'm just saying, like when I first started, I think I started listening to Niobe, of course Shannon, Stevie B, Spring Love, and then they had the AEIOUs, and and then from there on it just the TK Maria, all that started coming out. But after one came out, it's like everybody started, it like blew up.
Somebody breaks the ice.
Right.
Okay, that's what happens. An artist comes in and breaks the ice of an introduction of something new. Okay.
So check it out. We're gonna break the ice again with this one right now, baby. All right.
Okay.
We started dancing and love put us into a groove. As soon as we started to move, the music played while our bodies displayed through the dance. Then love picked us out for romance. I thought it was clear the plan was we would share this feeling just between ourselves. But when the music changed, the plan was rearranged. You went to dance with someone else. We started dancing and love put us into a groove. But now he's with somebody new. What does love want me to do? Love said, let the music play. You won't get away. Just keep grooving and he'll come back to you again. You won't get away. This music can't ignore. He won't win anymore. We try pretending that this is just a dance that I see. He's dancing his way back to me.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember walking into a club, and in those days, I was hanging with the bebop boys, so you like break dancing and stuff like that. And I don't know if you remember the days when the Webo dance came out. The guys with the baggy pants, the short shirts, the boots. That's when everybody used to do the freestyle. We used to freestyle to that too.
My days were platform shoes. Okay.
But I can't say that I wore them. maybe as a costume, but
but really, everybody wore platform shoes like a regular shoes every day.
I know. I don't know how did you guys walk with that stuff?
You
I don't
get
I don't
used
get it. I mean, I did it as a costume one day, and that was the last time.
to the way the platform shoes is designed. It's like you're wearing a regular shoe because they even the heel and the bottom of the shoe to be even. So you're really not feeling different. You're walking on a regular shoe because the bottom of the heel and the bottom of your the I can't remember the name of the front part of the shoe is even. When you put your foot in, you're like even like a regular shoe. You really
Right,
don't.
but I mean, still, I mean, you can't run in those things really, right? Or you have to be used to them.
The only person that I know that can run and high heel things like that is my daughter.
Oh, wow. No, well, that's I've seen a lot of women running heels. I don't know how they do it.
That's how
I don't
I
know how
know.
they do it.
I can kick your butt. And
So
one,
listen, let me ask you, in your times when when the disco era was there, did you ever meet like other people like John Travolta? Like when Saturday Night Fever came out, did you ever crash any parties or like in the same
no.
era? It was
Yeah,
different.
no, it was different. When I was doing this stuff, that's when the disco. That's a real disco time. That was a
Mm.
real disco time. That's when things were really happening. Everybody was doing well. Everybody was happy. I was putting records out left and right, and everything was great, man. Everything was good that time. I
Have
didn't
you
run,
met George McRae?
of course.
Okay.
George McRae,
Oh,
of course. In fact, that's the next segment I got to talk to you about.
all
Uh,
right.
because right now, of course, I'm the board of directors of Legends of Vinyl. Me and Luis Mario, Al Magliano, Kyle Williams. We have a bunch of people up in New York, and Luis is here in Florida. And we organize Legends of Vinyl. That what we do is we go and honor all the old acts, all the artists that created the path for dance music, disco, freestyle, all this stuff that you're hearing right now came from these artists that we honor every year in New York. So for like we honor the Tramps, we have honored a bunch of acts.
How many of these shows have you done? Like you say you do them every year. How many have you done?
About 10 or 12 years.
Okay, so this is like a 13th year of the Vinyl Awards.
Yes, we honor like Gloria Gaynor, Casey and the Sunshine Band. We honored what you call them again? I got this. You caught me by surprise here. Gloria Tramps. Okay, Franz Jolie we honored. We honored Melba Moore. We honored. I can't remember all the names, but
That's
anyway, we
okay.
people that and we take pride in that. Let me tell you, all these people were bypassed by the Grammys, and they're the originators. They're the one that did the foundation for all these people that are getting Grammys for. Those people, Disco Inferno, bypassed. Gloria Gaynor, same thing. Melba Moore, the same thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's the Spinners.
What
Okay.
about this year? This year, are you allowed to talk about who you guys are
Oh,
going to honor this year?
yeah. This year we have the flyer. I'm sorry I didn't get the flyer in front of me, but this year I remember what we have this year. This year we have George McRae.
Okay.
We have Gonzalez. We have Gary's Gang. We have Hughes Corporation. You know who Hughes Corporation is?
No, well, yeah, I've heard of Huge Corporation. What are they saying?
I'll tell you, Hughes Corporation is the first disco act that broke the ice and the radio. Not the disco world, but on radio, mainstream. Rock the boat. Rock the
Rock
boat.
the Boat. That's what I thought. I thought it was familiar. I thought it
We
was
are
familiar.
honoring those people and September 14th.
Rock the boat, baby. Rock the
Yes.
boat.
We're honoring them. And let me tell you, it's a great event that we do every year in New York. It's a phenomenal event. People get awarded for what they have accomplished. We did Foreigner, Lou Graham, last year. Uh, but many acts that were overlooked by the Grammys. We are
So you say you probably it's probably like what 10 people that you do every year?
every year
8 to 10
more
people.
than that. Not only the acts, we
Right.
honor DJs, we honor promoters also.
Producers. Okay, yeah.
Honor the DJs that created this thing, the disco world. We honor them. We honor them. They are legends. They're the ones that created the sound. They're the one that did this stuff. Like my friend Lewis, Al. There's a bunch of guys in the industry that really did very well. And
Why would it be without DJs though?
forget it. But they're the one that supported me. They're the one that gave me what my life was.
The
Watching.
DJs, I think the DJ, I mean the recording artists are great. Whoever's doing the productions are great. But
That's
how is the music going to circulate if you don't have the DJs? Right?
exactly. That's not the part. Back then, you wrote a record. You wrote a song. I take it apart. I literally every song that I ever put out, I took it apart and dismantled it and reassembled it.
Well, if you own it, you can do whatever you want with it.
No, it's not a question of. It's a
No?
question of marketing wise. You have to hit what something that's going to track your ears. Something that's going to track you to make you feel like getting out of your chair, your couch, your house back then, to run the record company and buy that record. That was my gift. Every song you played, you're gonna play, you heard, was mastermind, compiled, rearranged, remastered by me to go out and make sure that it hits the market correctly. And then when you hear it, and you're gonna go run out of your house and go buy it.
So in other words, you put the final stamp of approval.
Oh yes. Today we don't do that anymore. Today I don't know what we're doing today. I miss I miss the fact that I cannot run out and go buy a record.
Well, you know what's happening these days is that the internet completely changed the game.
Oh yeah.
Basically, that's what happened. The internet came, poof. I mean, it's very few people that still have record labels and are doing stuff.
Yes.
In the Latin world, they're doing a lot of that. A lot of people are incorporating themselves. They become their own publishers. I mean, everything changed. Like the internet.
Right now, it's very hard to produce a record and put it out because right now we are with Universal distributors, and Universal say they get, I think it was maybe 10 or 15,000 new release per week that comes in per week. You as an artist, what chance do you have
now?
I'm saying 10,000 artists every week
will come out.
Is coming out.
That's a lot of competition.
And
there's a lot of songs.
And which one is going to break out of that 10,000 to hit to get on the radio, and you get a chance to become an artist, to become a star?
Me when I was in Puerto Rico, check this out. I lived 5 years in Puerto Rico, so that means from I believe 1975. That's when the disco era, right? We went back, and that's when I told you, all we used to see in Puerto Rico was Saturday Night Fever, Grease, those kind of movies, and then we had the Tavares. Me and my cousins used to dress up and pretend, and do all the acts and everything. But then when I came back to New York in 1980, I believe 1980, 79. The first things that I started to hear, I'm sure this is something familiar that you work with as well. So when I came to to the concrete jungle, right? Like they call it in New York. These are the beats, and I'm gonna have you guys listen to them right now. These are the beats that I came when fresh from the island. I came to New York. These were the beats that I was listening in the street.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I said a hip hop, the hip it to the hip hop. You don't stop the rocker to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. Up to the black, to the white, the red, and the
As soon as I got to the block, this is what I'm listening to.
well, that's you can my block. That record was being worked on with my old boss named Maurice Levy, who was the owner of Roulette Records. Sylvia Robinson, who is the mother of the two boys that are singing, came to my old boss, Maurice Levy. He passed away, unfortunately. And he brought the record to him. He heard it. He didn't know what it was. He calls me. And he says, Roy B., I need you to come here right now to listen to this, and I need you to promote it. I said, okay, no problem. For you, I'll do anything you want. No problem. I go over there, and I listen to this. I said, what is this? I cannot. What am I going to do with this? I don't know what it is. He says, I don't care what you do. Your name is going to go on it as a promoter. You're going to promote this record. I said, but I can't. My name will be destroyed if I put this record with my name, my reputation. He says, hold on. He showed me a stack of invoices, okay? Already selling thousands on the streets. Wow. With no radio play, no disco play, no nothing. Okay? I said, oh my God, I'm missing something. I'm in a disco world. I'm in the other kind of world. I don't know what to do. So normally, I had a challenge. I took it, and I had listening to it. I'm trying to figure out what to do with the mix of the song. Rearrange it. We do this, do that. Finally, I came up with a rhythm, a mix, and everything. Now I go into radio mode. My DJ friends were there. I got them all the record, but I go to the radio mode to see if I can skip something and hit it. I go to BLS with the record. Frankie Crocker was the main guy back then.
I remember Frankie Crocker.
I brought the record to him. I said to him, I want you to listen to something. It's something you've never heard before in your life. You're not going to believe when you hear it. But before you say anything, let me show you the amount of sales that are on the streets already. Okay? He looked at all the sales. He said, oh my God, this is incredible. I said, okay, now listen to it. He says, I can't play this. Are you crazy? The radio station will go bankrupt. He says, I said, who did this? Nah, no, to business. I said, your people did it. My people did that? I said, yep, your people. What? I said, that's exactly. And it's the sound of the street somewhere that you and I are not familiar with. But it's a happening sound. Nope, he didn't want to play the record. I was disappointed. I go out with all my DJ guys. I played it, my few of my friends, back then. And then I go meet Paco, KTU. I said, Paco, do me a favor. I'm going to bring you something. I need you to give me one play. One play at midnight. He listens. He says, oh my God, Roy, what is this? I said, I don't know what it is. You don't know what it is, but let the audience react to what we and I who don't know what it is. And at midnight, I was sweating bullets. The man put the record on. The switchboard of KTU lit up, and the history was made after that.
Hey, let me ask you something. It's something that we always discuss in the Latin world. In those days when you used to take production to the radio station, was there anything like payola? You know what the word payola?
Well, that was back in the day. Yes, that was there.
Payola.
Yeah.
So everybody had to give some payola to get record to get airtime.
Yeah, that was a lot of people did that, back then. But I was never. Okay.
So if people do it these days now, would that would be bad?
It's against the law.
It's against right. First of all, it is against the law. If you work in an elite or whatever radio station you do, and you're asking an artist for money,
hey, listen,
that's payola.
To play the record on, then everybody will do it. Anybody with money wants an act to perform. If they have a backer that has money, they can walk into a situation and they say, "I'm paying for this thing to be put on," and that's it. So it's
back in the days too, like Prelude Records. I mean, all these companies, Emergency, right? All these record labels that you did, they already had like their promotions, right?
I did all
they
of them.
Promote, right? They push everything, so the artists in those days had it a little bit easier, right? Because you guys did a lot of the work, right?
I did all of them by me. You see them back there in my little label,
right? So tell me, Roy, any new productions that you've done like lately with Company B? Now that you're their manager, you're taking care of them.
We're working on a new production now that we're still trying to get some mixes done on it, and we're gonna come out with it, and that's part of the work.
Right.
We're doing that right now.
So when you finish that production, please promise me you're gonna treat me like Paco and say, "Yo, JC, check this out. I want you to put it on your freestyle showcase."
I'm gonna say, JC, this is a new song by Company B. Please put it on. And,
oh yeah, I will. I mean, why not?
Probably have about 5 or 6 mixes, because from different, right now you have to do different mixes, so you're gonna get it. And Susan is preparing a nice little promotion for this new song. She has a packaging worked up that's good. Going to do with the song, and it's very nice. It's very tasty. It's a nice package, and hopefully people will like it. And people,
that's something I like about the freestyle world. I mean, all these artists. And I could go down the line. Judy Torres, hello.
Those
Melendez, all these people look so fantastic. I love it because they take care of themselves, and until this day, to me they still look young to me. Like they haven't aged, man. Like it's like this, grown and sexy. You know what I'm saying? They take care of themselves, and I am very happy for them. I would say that first of all, even though I would like the newcomers to get a little bit of more playtime, but. I am very proud of them. Most of them are Latinos, and is that great cooking, man. Is that sofrito, man. I think it keeps them young and they keep them going. But to all of them, man. Nuno, what's up, man? Nuno watching in here, man.
The Latin ladies are always looking terrific, great, for some reason.
They always take care of themselves. I'm so proud. I really am. I like when people take care of themselves, really, like when they're healthy, It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Look at my girls, Company B. I mean,
Yeah, they look I'm telling you, every time I go see them, they always dressing to impress. They always come something with something impressive, some clothing. I mean, new things, new wigs. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, what else can I say? They put a great show.
Matter of fact, they're performing in New York too at the Legends of Vinyl.
Nice.
Yeah,
I hear a few of the people that are getting that award. I don't know if it's the same award, but I keep on hearing Latin, the vinyl,
Oh no, awards. It's a beautiful.
There's only one.
It's a beautiful experience, and for me to be part of this particular thing, it's honorable, to honor people that you admire back in the day, and then and 40 years later they're standing next to you, and then you're giving them an award for their achievement, and they didn't realize what they have achieved. They know what they did, but they don't really get recognized for it. So to me, that recognition means a lot to somebody that created a phenomenon, created a movement, created a sound, created something for people to enjoy. Still today, they're enjoying whatever they wrote, whatever the songs are. Right now, when you go to a club, you do not hear Justin Bieber. You do not hear Ariana Grande. You hear old disco songs. Every club you go to, still today, you will only hear old disco product. That is it.
Nice.
They're the one that's going to make you move. They're the one that's going to make you dance. They're the ones that give you enjoyment. That's who is playing today. You'll hear all the freestyle songs for sure. All of them, all the acts.
Who said freestyle was dead? It's more alive than anything. I think it's more alive now than before.
Yeah, you'll hear all the disco songs mixed with the freestyle songs all together on every single club. That's what it is. And guess what? Freestyle cannot get airplay. Not a single radio will play a freestyle song.
See, things has changed. I mean, I already hear from the grapevines, because I hear a lot of people. I know a few people, and if people don't know this already, which probably they do, radio is going to be obsolete someday. There ain't going to be no more FM, no AM radio, because streaming is becoming so big now. So there's going to come a time that.
Well, the streaming, you can only do it on your phone. You look at it. Radio's in your car.
Yeah, but they're already making cars with just Sirius and other things. They don't some of these cars that are making now don't even have FM or AM.
No kidding. No, they have to have.
I am serious. Look it up. Google that, and then to go through another source. The new cars that are making, like all these electric cars, a lot of them don't have radio now. They have streaming. Like, yeah, I'm telling you. Radio is going to become obsolete someday. So, unless you have a jukebox at home with all the, but it's going to become obsolete, because I'm telling you, these are the wars is going to start. And this is why a lot of people that are recording these days are not being heard. So streaming is going to become even bigger than it is now. And now with AI, this is going to blow up. So, it's just, a little thing that I heard, hopefully it's not true, but I mean, whatever, I hope maybe we'll get a chance to play ourselves to streaming instead of the radio. So if the radio doesn't push new artists.
Listen, if radios cannot do it, you and everybody else around that's doing the same thing will be able to do it. And then that way now you look at TikTok.
TikTok is a good form. I mean, people making money on TikTok,
Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and I'm pretty sure something else is going to come up soon.
Right. I'm working right now. I'm working on some licenses right now because, I don't own any of the copyrights that I played today. The only reason I played them was because you were involved and you had to do with some of these productions. So if Big Brother's watching right now, I have Roy B right here in front of me. So, he gave me permission to play these, and we didn't play the whole thing. So. So no problem at all. So, just in case, I get a little email or something, I'll send it back. I'll dispute it. But anyway, any other new artists that are out there, I want to give a shout out to everybody out there that wants to play the music here on Spanglish Cafe. Right there under your screen on the ticker, you can see my information right there. All right. You got my phone number. You guys want to play your music here. And to me, any promotion is a promotion. Any promotion is a good promotion.
Yeah, but my friend Louis, which we know we are together, he's got something called visual radio. Okay.
Visual radio.
Correct. So I'm introducing you to that. Visual radio. Now, visual radio, he has it streaming on Roku TV. Okay.
Okay, I already worked on that
Now,
already.
now he's doing every DJ that's in the past, old guys that part of the group, part of the Legends of Vinyl. Each one of them play 1 or 2 hours or 3 hours on a regular basis.
Okay, it's like a
So
platform. It's like a
yeah, it's a visual radio. In other words, you see them like I'm seeing you right now, but on
right.
visual radio, and they're playing all the tunes that they normally would play in the clubs. So you have a DJ, you'll see him with all these records behind him, and they're playing all the old tunes.
Well, a lot of people are doing that in
And
the
that's what
internet,
he's
like
playing
on
right.
Facebook and everything. But I know what you're saying. That platform that you're saying is totally different than
Yeah, yeah,
the
no.
DJs that
But
play on Facebook.
what I'm trying to tell you, what we were discussing, that it's a different venue and avenue to introduce to play music is my friend Lewis did this, and he is doing it religiously. And all the DJs that are around the world are part of that program. France, Italy, wherever they are, each one of them have an hour or 2 hours on around the clock.
So how would those guys do these guys get monetized for that? Because do they
No,
have permission to play all these songs?
yeah, I mean he does.
Okay.
In other words, he got the permission to visually have those In other words, the DJ is playing on the club. He's playing all the records. So picture the DJ now, instead of being on the club, he's on visual radio, like you're watching him live. In other words, right now, if you have a party at your house, you could go on visual radio dot whatever .com, and you'll have a DJ playing for you. There's a DJ playing music.
Nice. I'm sure they'll make an app for that and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah, yeah.
there's an app for that, right?
So he's let me tell you, uh, the creation. That's what I'm talking about. DJs create things. We created the mixing, editing. Well, I started with mixing, editing, and then everybody carried on, and so you have all that, and it's progression. Progress is taking place,
Right.
and like you said, um, the AI thing is taking a lot of stuff out. Like radio will become obsolete. Maybe I don't know when, what, whenever,
We
but
don't know when. It's just
it's
I
just a
know it's
word.
gonna happen. You know.
Yeah, but anyway, it's but we're doing it, and then I got a shout out to everybody that's I don't know who's listening. Thank you for coming. I don't know how much time we have.
Oh, we almost going to the conclusion of the show.
Okay, and thank you for watching. I gotta say hello to my girl Susan. I gotta say to my daughter Joy, and
Hey, she's
Louis.
some here. She was here somewhere. She disappeared.
She was okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, anyway, Roy, can you tell everybody that wants to hire Company B, anybody that's out there
oh,
listening or listens to the replay, how can we get in touch with Roy?
anybody would love to have Company B, you call me. Should I give my number?
Sure, you can do your number, your email address. Anybody that's listening,
Well,
this is how you get in touch with Roy.
yeah, you call me, and then I'll be very happy to work out a deal for you for Company B, depending on what your venue is. So call me at 786-985-6580. Or you could send me an email at almroyb@gmail.com.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it
So,
directly from Roy. All
and
right.
hello to all my buddies out there, all the people that supported me in the past, all the people that I touched when I was, growing and doing things, and right now I still have friends for 50 years, and I'm
That's
honored.
great.
I am
That's
honored
great.
to say I have friends still today for 50 years of my
That's
life.
cool, man. Oh man, God bless you, man. God bless everybody that's been watching today. Another episode of Freestyle Showcase. We have a surprise next week, so we're gonna have a nice correspondent that like another wingman that's gonna come here and talk about freestyle and interesting things that I don't know about, that maybe a lot of people don't know about, but great information. So tune in next week. We'll surprise you with this. In the meantime, I want to give a round of applause to Roy. Thank you for coming in, my brother. Thank you for accepting our invitation at the Freestyle Showcase.
Thank you for having me. I hope everything was great. I hope.
Hopefully, we see each other down somewhere, down this way through Orlando.
Well, you're in Orlando now. You're in Orlando.
No, I moved. Now I moved. Listen, I moved the same week that you guys are going to be with DJ Felix Sama at the Hard Rock rooftop.
Oh, and the Hard Rock was awesome. Oh yes,
I know. Yes. I saw the footage and everything was amazing. I missed that. That was the same week that I was moving up here.
Hard Rock, really
so we
good.
we were up to here. So even I missed the event with Legends of Freestyle also. Oh, because of that, because of the movie. So, but God is good, and I know it ain't gonna be the last time. I'm gonna see you guys again. So,
hey, listen, now you're in Orlando. Now you could talk to the clubs in Orlando and talk to them about us.
Well, I'm like an hour away from Orlando North.
Oh, so wherever
but still, I'm close. I'm closer than Miami now. Miami's like 3.5 hours away now.
Oh, wow. So, but
are
you like in the city where there's clubs, there are things happening?
Well, I'm in a nice area that I'm at peace. It's so peaceful, I got a car, man, so I can get in my car and go anywhere. But when I get back home, I want to be quiet.
Oh, okay.
Tranquilo, no city. I'll go to the city, but then I come home to the peace.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, my brother, I love you very much. Un abrazo. I'll see you soon, brother, right?
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
You got it, Roy. Thank you. Well, there it is, man. A man of many talents, going way back and still working at it. All right, he's still at it with Company B, coming out with some new productions. We have come to the final string of the show. Once again, my people, don't forget all the events that I announced in the beginning. I want to give a shout out to Giggles. Thank you, Marla, for the shirt. Rocking the freestyle guy. I got the freestyle mug. There we go. Freestyle forever, baby. All right, and we're gonna go with this nice song just to finish the show up. We're gonna get on the D train, baby. All right, take the D train downtown.
Your love by my side, the world will be mine.